What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here, guys. Welcome to the game update for September 2021, and we are getting into gaming season. This is usually the start of it. Without, obviously, like past years, it's very busy. Obviously, honestly, I say this like almost every year, but it seems like the years prior, there's more and more games. This year's kind of like last year from what I've seen so far. At least September, there's a ton of games I'll be covering. But like honestly, September of last year wasn't too bad, but the year before was pretty busy. But you know what I mean? It seems to get more and more, or less and less busy. Maybe that's just because we're streaming everything now, and it's just we can get through games so much quicker. So really, gaming season definitely isn't as much of a stressful time as it used to be. In fact, it's like way more exciting because I can get the content to you guys quicker and more of it. You know, it's really, really awesome. So we got a lot of great games on the lineup this month that I'm really excited for. Some of them I remember hearing in the works, like literally there's one game that's coming out this month that I remember hearing about like years ago, or not, maybe last year. I'm like, no way they're doing that, you know what I mean? But apparently it's coming, and it's coming out this month, and I can't wait. So either way, let's get right into it. The first game coming out releases September 7th, and now this is actually a remaster. I know there's a lot of remasters, but the way I look at it, I never actually played this game back when it originally came out for the channel, so I figured, you know what, now's a good time, maybe get into it, you know, kick off the month kind of strong, you know, along all the other games that are going to be coming out. You know, it'd be a nice mix of things. So that being said, the first game coming out this month so far, we have Sonic Colors Ultimate. Now, this game actually came out in 2010. 2010. I was making content at that time, but it was still very early for me, and I was very, very picky when it came to what games I was playing because, well, I didn't make that much money, so I couldn't buy every single game on the market. Nowadays, things are a little bit different, and it's just how we do things now. So I figured it'd be a good way to get into this game. Back then, though, I don't know if you remember in the early 2010s, the Sonic games were really garbage. Like, everyone hated them. They just were very, very subpar, and there was nothing that anybody could really do to make them better. You know, they were just like worse as things kept going, worse and worse and worse and worse. And then the Kinect came along and they tried to do that Sonic Riders game. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was an absolute fail. Nothing worked. But that was the problem with that era, was it was all about motion control. But Sonic Colors was kind of like the last entry into the Sonic games before like everything went, you know, to total shit to be, you know, to not tiptoe around it. But like I said, I never played it, but I've heard good things about it, so I figured it'd be a great time to pop in and give it a go. I'll be doing that on PC as well, possibly getting an early code because it is releasing exclusively on, for PC at least right now, on Epic Games Store, and they always provide early codes, like almost every time. So I have no doubt, almost no doubt that I'll be getting that one early. So it'd be cool to jump into the Sonic universe. It's been a while since I've actually played a Sonic game that wasn't just like a trip down memory lane playing like, you know, Sonic 2 or something like that, you know what I mean? Or the last one I played was Sonic World, I believe. Forgive me if that's wrong. I can't remember which one I played. It was 3 years ago. I think it came out 2017, maybe 4 years ago, 18. I can't remember when it came out. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sonic Mania, I think it was called. Sonic Mania, that sounds right. It was kind of like it was a new Sonic game based on old Sonic style, if that makes sense. So anyway, that was the last time. This is a 3D Sonic game, obviously. So Sonic Colors, interesting game to remaster, if you ask me, because I think most people forgot about it, but it is what it is. So anyway, moving on, we have a couple of games coming out on the 10th. I'm going to kick this one off first because I think I'm going to be getting an early copy of this one. Life is Strange True Colors. Now, I think everybody's known Life is Strange as an episodic series where there's anywhere from 3 to 5 episodes, depending if it's a major game or kind of a smaller game. The last game, full release game, was Life is Strange 2. Now, this one is a full-fledged Life is Strange game. However, it is different in the fact that the whole game is available right off the bat. There's no episodes. They're not doing episodic releases. So that means we're going to be playing this game as the crow flies, if you will. So I'm going to be jumping through it chapter by chapter, doing as many chapters as we can. Obviously, there's going to be chapters, and these games are usually pretty long. Now, I've been a fan of the Life is Strange franchise. Some of it's been kind of cringy, to say the least, but it's also very, very well written at the same time. So it's one of those games that you have to experience. It really does make you think differently, and it's a very emotional ride when it comes to the Life is Strange games. Regardless of which game you're playing, there's always something heavy that you have to kind of process, and it doesn't always process the best of the best ways possible. But I'm excited to check it out. So that comes out September 10th. However, like I said, I'll probably get an early advance copy for that, hopefully, which will lead to my next game coming out September 10th, which now this is a big one because I have a bit of an announcement to make in terms of this. But on September 10th as well, we have NBA 2K22. Now, obviously, everyone is familiar with the fact that I've been playing sports games on my channel for a while. In fact, it's been the last style of gameplay game style or game genre, I should say, that has been recorded non-live on the channel. So it's been weekend uploads. I've been doing a lot of, NHL, NBA, and when it was out, PGA Tour. Obviously, there will be another PGA Tour 2K22 apparently, just not now. Last year, I think it was about a year ago almost, I think it was August, was the release of PGA Tour 2K21. I think they're actually releasing it next year, if I remember correctly. Just same with WWE 2K. They are doing WWE 2K22 actually in 2022. So that's what's different. I think they're doing the same thing with PGA. However, NBA is kind of their flagship title, and it's being done now. Now here's the thing. I've noticed more and more as time's gone on that people just prefer live streams. There are people who say, hey, I missed the regular videos, but then it seems those regular people are in the minority. So there's more people wanting to see live. So I figured it makes the most sense at this point in my career to switch everything to live. So that means NBA, WWE, NHL, it's all gonna come and be a live series now. Does that mean, it's going to be, any worse or anything? Or, is it going to take an L in the quality or anything? No, in fact, I think I'll be able to get more content faster. Like I say, whenever I stream, you guys have to wait for videos. You have to wait for me to record it, edit it, render it, upload it. With streaming, I can do it all live. Yes, there's more maybe mistakes per se that I can cut out. So if there's like a loading screen or something like that, I can always edit it out. However, this time around, I think it just makes sense to stream it because we can do everything. We can literally play through game after game after game. I can do like multiple games per stream instead of just one game or 2 games a weekend, you know what I mean? However many I decide to post. Like for example, in this first stream, whenever there's like an intro where you go to, say for example, they throw you in high school and then college and then you get drafted, I can do that entire story in one stream right off the bat and then just play it as we go instead of doing, just episode by episode. I know that always was good, but honestly in this day and age, it might be just make more sense for me to do it all in one stream. I just think it makes more sense. It'll clear things up. The only downside about that, mind you, is that there won't be any uploads on weekends anymore for that reason. So there might be a Saturday or Friday, Saturday where there won't be any releases, or maybe I'll figure out something else to post or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like non-live games are kind of the way of the past now, and live streaming is the future, and it's what people want, it's what people prefer, and I think that's what I'm going to deliver on. I was just thinking about it because this past year, recording 2K21 and NHL 21 as well has been very, very difficult to find the time to record it. In fact, I find I have to step away from the sports games more frequently, and I barely get enough time to record the sports content when I want to because I gotta focus on streaming, and then they get kind of kicked to the curb. And this was the first year in NBA 2K where the final video is uploading, like literally as I'm saying this, the final videos are gonna be up this weekend for it, like where I finish finish my career, I wanna finish the playoffs by this weekend. And it's not this weekend, but obviously the week after, the Friday after this Friday is when 2K22 comes out. I've never cut it that close before because of how slow it is. And the difference was back in 2020, I was still streaming / recording a bit more, and it was a lot easier for me to post all of it in one go. It was a lot easier for me to stream some of it, record some of it. I was still not sure what I wanted to do at that point. I think I'd made the switch mostly to full streaming, but it just takes away from the game. And I want 2K to remain relevant, not just on weekends and not just as like a thing to post on a weekend because I'm not streaming. I mean, that was initially the thought process, but now I find even if there's no streams on Friday, Saturday, there'll always be something for me to do, as say like my second stream of the day. If I don't know what I'm gonna play, boom, just play some NBA, play some NHL, just something like that. I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable with a live audience, and I think more people will enjoy it that way as well. And like I said, you'll get more content more frequently. That way, we'll honestly be able to finish probably a career so much quicker than if we just did it on weekends. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people are missing the sports content, and they're like, oh, I wish it was more than just that. Well, now it's going to be, and you're gonna get more of it in one stream. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be totally worth it. So I wanted to make that announcement. I made the decision. I was against it for a long time. I didn't want to post sports content live because I'm like, it's my last non-live series that I do, but I found that when I'm recording it, I just want to record it. I'm enjoying the content, but I'm so used to streaming now, and I've been enjoying streaming so much more that it does take away from it a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? I wish I was just streaming this. There's some things about it, like I said, the editing, the fact that I can edit out loading screens and things like that, making it so much more bearable, or not bearable, but make it a little bit more streamlined for you guys, I should say. You know, it's a better experience that way. But honestly, with a live event, I think it's going to be just a little bit more clean. So I'm going to continue that as well with NHL, and you know, it's going to happen with WWE, and anything sports related is going to be streamed live from now on. So basically, everything you see on the channel, aside from game updates, are going to be completely live, unless there's a couple other things like that I want to throw in. Like, you know, if there's a special video I want to make, who knows, like randomly, those will probably be the only non-live videos. Everything else you can catch a stream on. And again, everything live, you don't have to be there live to watch it. It will be saved as a VOD later. So it's best of both worlds. If you don't want to catch it live or you can't catch it live, you won't miss it. It'll still be available to watch later on. That's the perk of it. So anyway, let's move on to the next one here. All right, and coming out on the 14th of September, we have a game that's been postponed a few times, and the concept is really, really interesting, and I'm looking forward to covering it. We've got Deathloop. Now, this is about a game where the character has to basically take out certain people in the single time, and in like one event, and every time he dies, it restarts from the beginning. So I think how they do it, how they're going to be doing it, is per level. You're going to have a chance to take them out in one go, and if you mess up, you got to retry it again. But you can keep trying different tactics, and each death you have trains you a little bit, and you learn different ways to do it. So it sounds really, really cool. It's an FPS, really fast-paced, lots of action. I'm looking forward to that one. Like I said, this game got delayed a few times already. Chances are I will get an early copy of that, and it won't just be on September 14th, but I always just throw that out there just in case. So we're going to be playing Deathloop. That should be a good time. Like I said, it looked really awesome. I've seen a lot of gameplay of it over the past couple of E3s. I think they announced it at 2020 E3, if I'm not mistaken. And they've just been kind of postponing it ever since. So we have a definitive release date finally, and it's on the 14th of September. But like I said, I should be getting an earlier code for that one. So keep an eye on the channel. I'll keep you guys all in the loop as soon as I know what day it's going live, of course. All right, moving on. Now, this game was kind of added. This game was actually originally supposed to come out in, I think, August, around early mid-August, and it got postponed. Actually, I think it was supposed to come out in like August 5th or something like that. I could be wrong, but it got postponed to September 16th. It's a game called, and I know it sounds silly, it's just gonna be like one of those stream games that we're gonna probably just play in one day just for fun, depending how much time it'll take us. It's called Skatebird. And honestly, what does that mean? Basically what it sounds like. You play a skateboarding bird. I'm not even kidding. Just picture the Skate franchise, except instead of just a human being, it's a bird. I mean, come on, man, that is too funny. And I figured it would be the perfect kind of game to break up things and just kind of have a good time with, because that's going to be hilarious, I think. And I am looking forward to this one. I wish it came out in August, but you know what? It is what it is, because the way I look at it, because it's coming out on the 16th, it's right after Deathloop, after Life is Strange, NBA. We're going to have a ton of gameplay on all those games. It'd be nice to focus on those three, but you never know. It could be the perfect timing to jump into it. I say, you know what? At this point, screw it. More games, the better at this point. Now, I want to make mention as well, there's a lot of games that actually are coming out this month. There's way more than what I'm listing, but the ones that I haven't mentioned, as always, I'm either not interested in, or I don't feel like I want to cover them. You know what I mean? There's one of the two. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to cover them. I can't really explain that, but it's just something I've made the decision to. So I'm just throwing that out there as well. Now, moving on. Aside from Skateboard, that should be fun. I don't know. Again, that could just be a really, really poor indie game for all we know, or it could be the best game we've played of the year. You know, it could be. That's the thing with indie games; you never know. It could be hilariously fun. But I've played a few skateboarding games, in the past little while. The problem is when you go the realistic skateboarding route. I know a bird skateboarding isn't realistic, but you can make the controls similar to something like a realistic game. I hold I hold the candle up to the Skate franchise. I do that very often. So if it's just not anywhere at all similar, and it's way more complex than it needs to be, or it's too simple, it's harder for me to get into it. Skate was like the perfect medium. It was like the perfect balance of realistic skate game for me. So there's a Skate 4 in the works, by the way, guys. After over 10 years of development, maybe 2022 we'll get it. Who knows? I'm just throwing that out there. But either way, it should be a good time. All right. Anyway, moving on. At the end of the month, we have on September 30th. This game sounds pretty sweet. Oh, sorry, one second. I just realized. Skipping ahead. I skipped ahead. Sorry. On September 22nd. September 22nd. Now, this is the game I was talking to you guys about. That I didn't realize that was actually coming out this month. I'd heard about it. I thought it was more like a pipe dream. It was in the works, blah, blah, blah. But it's coming out September 22nd. It's official. We have Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Now, I want to just briefly go into a bit of backstory. I might have mentioned this. I don't know. But Test Drive Unlimited, the first Test Drive Unlimited that ever came out, it came out in 2006 and for the Xbox 360, and I think it released on PS2 and PC later. I'm not 100% sure. That game, at the time in 2006, was probably my most played game of the year. I think when I was 15 years old, I remember getting that game, and I remember going in. I remember I was after school. I was in junior high at the time, or was I in high school? I was in high school, sorry. And I remember after school, I was so excited because here was the release date of Test Drive Unlimited, a realistic MMORPG. Oh no, not MMORPG, MMO racing game. And it was like one of the first of its kind. It was one of the first racing games to do the open world. You can connect with online players and race with them, drive by real people, or you can just do it offline. And it was like I think it was 100% to scale of all the main roads and B roads of Oahu, like Hawaii, the Oahu island of Hawaii, where Honolulu is and all that. It was like an accurate to the kilometer, to the mile replica of it. So literally you could drive in all over the place. The roads were exactly the same. They used GPS. They used the GPS to kind of track the map, and they recreated it in game. Obviously very dumbed down, but it was like road for road, it was exactly the same. And I thought that was so amazing. And I remember playing that game, and the idea of the fact that you could buy a car, drive it, race it, and then you'd upgrade a class. You could buy houses to store your cars at. And you didn't just have a massive inventory. You had to store your cars in a house. Like you'd store it in a house, and when that one filled up, you had to go buy another house. And say, for example, you're like, oh, I want this car. You had to drive, you want this specific car, you have to drive down to the house you left it at and pick it up. That's how it worked. You couldn't just spawn a car. And I just thought it was so realistic at the time, and it showed you can go inside the cockpit, and all the shifting was real, everything, or it looked super realistic. I remember driving in like convertibles and just being able to look up and around, and I'm on Oahu in this amazing supercar. I would spend hours and hours and hours. I remember I would just throw on my music, put it in like my Xbox 360, I'd throw it on, and you could change the radio station in game to your custom music. And I remember I'd just drive for like miles and miles and miles with cars. I'd switch cars up, and just after I'd beat the game, and my goal would be to just drive around, and I would go in first person mode and everything. I remember I would wake up at like 4 a.m. or something when I wasn't supposed to be up, and there was an achievement to drive on every road in the game. And the thing is, the road, so for example, there was let's just take a polygon, so like maybe like, I don't know, 100, maybe let's just say like 4 meters or let's just say 10 meters. Let's just say 10 meters of space considered was one road. So you could drive on the whole thing. You could have cleared the whole map, but there could have been that one little sliver of road that you didn't drive on. You didn't technically put your wheels on it. That was an achievement to drive on every road. And I remember I would wake up in the middle of the night like that and just keep going, keep looking through what roads I didn't get. And eventually I got 100% achievement. Now I'm just trying to set this up, okay? Now, they came out with Test Drive Unlimited 2 in 2011. At the time, I don't know why I never played it. I think I was kind of in a transition with YouTube. And I remember I'd already started making YouTube videos in 2011. I was starting to do more Let's Plays. And at the time, for some reason, I had something in my head that racing games weren't a good thing to Let's Play through. You couldn't really do that. I don't know why I thought that way, but racing games are so much fun to play on YouTube. They're like the best. So if I had known this game was coming out in the 22nd, so soon, I probably would have picked up Test Drive Unlimited 2 and played it. Maybe I will, to kind of hype up. We have 22 days to kind of get through it. At the same time, though, there's a lot of games coming out, and I don't want to not be finished Test Drive Unlimited 2 when Solar Crown comes out. But at the same time, Test Drive Unlimited 2 kind of is a bit more, it's a bit different from Test Drive Unlimited 1, which is the game I played so much. So jumping from this to Solar Crown, it's almost like, you know what, man, you should probably play TDU 2 and kind of get caught up. Maybe that's something I'll do with this live stream. We can do a few streams, just play it alongside it. Maybe we'll have it beat by the time Unlimited Solar Crown comes out. Could be worth a try. You guys let me know what you think of that if you want me to pick up TDU 2 and just kind of play it. We have like a week of it, so maybe I should. We have a week of no content before Sonic Colors comes out, so maybe that's something we'll do. I think maybe it will be. Honestly, it sounds like it could be fun. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that, and it'll hype that up. I know it sounds crazy to me, but that was one of my favorite games, and I just think if it's anything like that, and if we play TDU 2, it takes a lot of time to get through TDU 2, but if we do go through it and kind of go through the races and just have a good time with it, it'll hype up TDU Solar Crown. Because in TDU 1, there was no Solar Crown mention, whereas in TDU 2, that's where they introduced the Solar Crown event, so that this game is named, the namesake is the Solar Crown event. So it'd make more sense if I understood that a little bit more, appreciated it more by going TDU2 first. So maybe that's something I'll do. I just figured I'd throw that out there, but I'm really excited for that as well. Moving on now, sorry I went on that one, that was a big tangent there, but anyway, on the 30th September, hopefully we get this one early. I'm really excited for it. Another racing game, but this one is a little bit different. Hot Wheels Unleashed. How could you not want to play Hot Wheels game? Like, honestly, it's just amazing. It's like a third person, or kind of like, sorry, not third person, but like, you know, a standard style racing game featuring Hot Wheels vehicles instead. It reminds me of that DLC for Forza Horizon. I don't know if you guys remember that. The Hot Wheels DLC, I think it was Forza Horizon 3, if I remember correctly, that did that DLC. I remember it was so much fun. You could actually race on a Hot Wheels track. This one is catered to Hot Wheels though. It's their own game. So it could be one of those things where it's really fun or it could really suck. I'm hoping it's really fun, but I miss racing games. Not enough of them come out. Like, I mean, I can play a realistic sim game, but they're just not the same unless you have a rig, like, you know, an actual like wheel with pedals. And some people go crazy with their rigs. They're like $1,000, multiple thousands of dollars worth of equipment into their rigs. And that's kind of the best way to enjoy a racing sim, in my opinion. You don't need it, but obviously it's the best way to do it. Playing with a controller is a completely different ballgame. However, if you have an arcade style racing game, you can use a controller and not feel like you're not having a good time. So I'm really excited to be playing that. That's why, even though Need for Speed games started slowing down, they weren't being that great as time went on, they're still a fun game to play. So with the release of the previous Need for Speed, I'm just trying to think when it was. I think that was last year, right? Because they did the HD remaster of Need for Speed Most Wanted from 2010. So it was a 10-year anniversary. So I think Need for Speed games usually release every 2 years. So I don't think we're getting one this year. I'm gonna look. I didn't see anything of it, so it might be next year. I don't know. Either way, that's what I'm looking forward to, man. It's gonna be great. Hot Wheels Unleashed, it should be a good time. And that's about all I have right now. If anything gets added, obviously this list is tentative. This is how it is for now, how I can, you know, give you this presentation now of what games are coming out. Check the About section though. If you're not sure and you see anything else, things get added late. So some people will watch this video and say something gets added to the list. That does happen in the month. They announce something in that month. But this is what I know about at the start of the month, that I just kind of want to give you a heads up what to expect on the channel, you know, what you're going to see, what I'm going to play, what I'm not going to play, etc. Now, if there's any DLCs you feel I missed, please let me know, because DLCs are so much harder to come across. I'll see devs who will announce it the day before it comes out, and you'll completely miss it. It's just such a pain. So I'm hoping we don't miss any DLC or anything like that, but there's a lot of games to keep us occupied. I'm really excited. And I cannot wait to get into them. There's some great looking games coming out, and I'm excited. Honestly, the more I think about playing TDU2 for stream, sounds like I think it's the best call for me. I think I might do that in hype for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. So hope you guys are on board with that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below. Let me know, like I said, anything I missed, anything you're looking forward to specifically, any questions, comment down below. It's the best way to get a hold of me and let me know what you like and what you're not liking, what you're into, etc. And yeah, don't forget to follow my social media pages as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Discord. Those are all linked in the description. Great way to get a hold of me outside of YouTube. You know, get notifications for when I'm going live, things like that, as well as you know, seeing some behind the scenes footage of stuff. I'm really, you know, it's really good for that kind of stuff as well. If you want to get a shirt or hoodie of mine, link in the description. If you want to save 10% off of DXRacer, like mine here, link in the description. Make sure you're using the promo code DANQ8000 at checkout. Also, be sure to check out Bones Coffee. Use it to fuel up before every stream. It's absolutely delicious. They always got you covered, no matter how you take your coffee. And of course, they're always adding a bunch of new flavors. Link in the description. If you want to check out Always Bearded, I use their products to maintain my beard. So if you got a beard, you're having itch factor, or it's looking a little scraggly, well, head on over there. They got you covered with all their products. Use my promo code DANQ8000 at checkout. Also, for those of you still repping a big bulky wallet, time to go minimalist, guys. It's time to go minimalist. Switch it up. Check out the Ridge wallet. I've been using mine for the last few weeks, and it's awesome. I had the same wallet for years and years and years. I can't even tell you how long I had that wallet. I'm a creature of habit, I don't like change, but I'm glad I made the switch. You gotta trust me when I say that, because there's so much stuff I don't like. I'm like, I don't like change. It works. I don't wanna have to get used to something else. I hate that. This has been so easy to get used to, and I'm just so much gladder. That is now a word, okay? I'm way more happy that I switched. So check it out, and be sure to use the promo code DANQ8000. There's a link in the description for that. Also want to give a shout out to my controller sponsor, Jinx Custom Controllers. You can check them out, link in the description. They can customize anything Any controller that you want from PlayStation, Xbox. I think they're picking up Switch as well, and pretty much any kind of design if you're willing to pay for it, of course. Anything from colors, buttons, switches, adding extra buttons on the back, you know, little paddle sections, you know, that you can map to do things for first-person shooters, get you above, you know, give you an edge in the game, you know, something like that. They have all sorts of designs. They can even do a custom engraving. So they're experimenting with a lot of stuff, and we have a lot of stuff on the agenda, or on the horizon. I'm working with them, and it's going to be sweet. I cannot wait to share some more info on that, but we're not there yet. In the meantime, check out what they can do, and if you wanted to get a custom controller built, check them out and tell them I sent you. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget to check out the Team 8000 membership program. It does support the page quite a lot, and of course, you get perks for signing up. I got 2 tiers available, a basic and a premium. Everybody will get these perks, badges by their name, which change the longer you're a member. Custom emojis to use in chat more will get added the more members we get. Exclusive videos and streams, priority in open lobbies, which of course the next game giveaway is coming today. So if you're a premium member, you can join the stream. You don't have to be a part of the stream to do it. The stream will be happening today, September 1st. And I'll be giving away the game live. But if you can't make it, don't worry. You're still eligible as long as you're a premium member. And if you are a premium member as well, you get that giveaway. Plus, you get your own 20% discount code to use in my merch store. So, like I said, anybody been waiting to sign up for that premium giveaway, today is your last day before I do the giveaway. And then you'll have to wait another month till October before I draw the next one. So now's your chance to hop in. It's like, you know, depending on your area, it's a $5. So $5, £5, whatever the case is in your, whatever the equivalent is in your region. Otherwise, you can do the $2, £2, whatever the case is in your region, basic one. And it does, like I said, they both support, and the more members we have, the more I can provide to you for perks. So the more members we have, the more perks I'll be able to give you guys as time goes on. So thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this video. I cannot wait to share these new games with you and share some experiences. It's going to be a lot of fun. Gaming season's picking up, and it's going to be a good time. Again, thank you again for watching, and let me know anything you feel you want to see or you think I missed in the comments below. Thanks again, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Let's hand things over to Noxel. Have a good one, guys.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble wild and wild on these violent and hit you 8,000. Wait a minute, hold that style, it's dialed in. Goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding, tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving, fire back if they ain't vibing. Lie with that, got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers, gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players, grab your respirators, night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters, move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is Nox? Still you damn fools. Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that damn cue. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.